slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I wake up every minute with a fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your lost. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact. Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
What up? Happy Saturday. I'm just doing a quick live before I know Queen's going to do a live in just a little bit, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to just do a quick one. We're headed to North Carolina for some gambling. Honey's so excited. Hello, Small Wildflowers, Texas Tiffany Gray, Butterfly Kisses, Davis Fam, Brittany, Grandma, Avery, hi. Y'all, do y'all feel hungover today? From that drama last night? My photo. And pill popping enema. It was a lot, man. It was a lot. I was trying to explain it to my husband. He only knows a little bit of everything that goes on here. So that was hard to explain. Pretty much just told him it was a screaming fest of hostility. Oh, for the slot machine. Literally, Davis fam, thank you. Here you go, baby.
Johnson.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. Just wanted to touch base with everybody because I'm still in shambles. That shit was wild, man. I'm glad to know it's not just me and BTM. I talked to BTM earlier. I'm sure everybody. I talked to Queen and them. It was a lot. Savage and the ship, they had their meet and greet. And they was drinking and having a good time, and they felt like we support Mallory for some reason. And I was trying to tell her to stop yelling because when she was yelling, it was kind of muting out. Like it would mute it, right, baby? It's like noise cancellation. It would, once she got too loud, it would like cancel out her volume altogether. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Queen put it on private. Because it was a lot. It was a lot. Hey, Deets. Yeah, the shambles wasn't the Hive crew. It was other people that were, working to fight the good fight with, I guess you could say. Awesome, Dawn. Good morning. Yeah, Grain. Yeah. It's like, how can we, um, you can't stand for something with only specific people. You know what I'm saying? Right is right, wrong is wrong. You got to call it out on all fronts, even if it's people you fuck with. I mean, let's just be honest. Because otherwise, you're hypocritical if you don't. You don't get to pick and choose who is allowed to get away with saying things and doing things. No, absolutely not. Savage wouldn't fuck with that. No, no, no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Allie. Attack the. Hey! Who? Hold on, guys. Y'all ready?
Follow y'all. Follow y'all.
Shit!
It's an old car, man. You gotta drive slow. That's right. That's right. It don't go fast. Only got one speed. Look good. That's it.
Hey, when we get, I gotta check in and do my makeup and hair when we get there. Okay.
You gotta do your makeup when we get there. What foundation do you use? I think we can make it in 3. Yeah, you gotta beat that. You gotta beat that by at least 10 minutes. At least. Well, that's all right. I hadn't had any tickets for a while, so I think I'll be all right.
How were the boys dropping them off? Okay.
I know
Okay.
Caden's excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good.
I told him about the snack cabinet. He'll be all right. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's hit it then. All ass. I'm following you.
Haul ass sea bass. Sorry, guys. Y'all just had to listen to my whole damn conversation. I wasn't going to put you on mute because, I mean, hell, you're hanging with us. That's my bestie. Bestie for the resty. We've been best friends since sixth grade. So, like 20 years, 21, 22 years. It's her birthday. All right, let me catch up on these comments, guys. Sorry. Allie, I was responding to you. I'm still confused as to why people can't see that standing against transphobia is different than giving someone a pass on their behavior. Absolutely. Attack the actions, not the person. Y'all let me know if my noise in the background gets too loud. Well, I was about to smoke, but it's fine. Oh, Grandma Sherry, thank you for joining. Welcome to the hippie hut. We hippies round here, yeah. JJ, that was me, my husband, and our friends. Good morning, Kay. Oh, Montana Jade, you became a member too. Welcome to the hippie hut. Yeah. Y'all are too sweet. Yeah, once I get a few members, it told me I could add more member memes. Trippy, true crime. Hey, Packless. Girl, as soon as they started going for personal attacks on Cappy, because that's what I'm saying. Okay, Cappy came over and said, hey, I feel like they're throwing a little shade. And I agreed. I did feel like it was aimed more at the whole community, not just uni, not just nonsense. Um, and I think Cappy was, I think that's fair for her to come in and say, hey, I think that this is what it is. It feels like they're sneak dissing a little bit, but she wasn't out of line. She didn't say anything out of line. She didn't attack personally. So once they came in and they started attacking personally, I screamed. I'll be real. I was yelling the whole time Savage was yelling because I didn't want what she was saying personal wise about Cappy to be heard. JJ, no, 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 nothing bad here. Hey, Big Tim. Yeah, it did go sideways quick. And it shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? If they wasn't sneak dissing the hive, then they could have just came on there and said that. But again, they was partying and drinking. So emotions, we all know, are escalated when you drink. Right, babe?
Yeah.
He scares me on this highway. Oh, you want to jump up, B. Tim? Yeah, hold on. Are you cool with us holding the panel real quick?
I'm drunk.
Okay. Yep, hold on. I'll drop the link. Alrighty, alrighty. Hold on, I had to get it. Look up in Donna in Austin, Texas. Welcome to the hippie hut, babe. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Not sure I can hear you. I'm not sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I thought
Yay!
I thought my headphones were messing up or something. But yeah,
No,
that was not good last night. Not good.
no.
Um,
We
I,
need
I
a
don't know.
debriefing session.
Yeah, I mean, like personally, I mean, my thought is that I get people's feelings because I had that. The funny thing is, we had that same conversation on Deets, like literally,
Oh
and
my God, yeah.
but it was a lot more civil. It was like, people like Packless was on, and we all had our opinions. And Dietz was like, I don't pick no sides. I think they're all bad. And I just think, and the Claire's like, well, I think this was a plan by Mallory to get subs, and they're both bad. And I'm like, maybe we'll see in 6 months this person. Maybe they'll change based on their behavior, but people doubted it, and it was just like that. But like then it just like I felt like that was the just like the crook like the thing probably Savage should have just said. It's like, yeah, I don't like Mallory and I don't like Molly, so that's pretty
Right,
much it. And I don't
right.
want people to be like swayed just because she's done a couple of things we all like and jump on hers and jump on Mallory's side. I wish she just said that, and that would have been
Mhm.
perfectly fine. I think.
'Cause I totally understand that. I understand her saying because they have history with Mallory. So I understand them saying, hey, don't let this woman fool you. Don't let that happen. But I don't know. I don't know. It was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that was the crux of the argument, and I wish people just became civil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that everything about the panel is basically to allow people to jump up and to basically ask hard questions and let the audience be educated upon the questions and make their decisions. I don't think anyone's fooled on what Mallory's objectives are in YouTube. She says she's going to grow her channel. She's going to reevaluate her comedy sketch thing, and hopefully her comedy sketch thing does not involve true crime and it just involves making fun of other YouTubers and clapping back at people and stuff like that. And if she fucks up, I think it's perfectly fine to be like, hey, this person really fucked up and we need to call her out on these behaviors. But I think like people making it all about Mallory, you're all playing kind of into Molly's hand. And I
Hmm.
think it's
Hmm.
a very bad move. I think you need to criticize what that person is doing now and then move on. I think there's plenty of bad actors in this community that you can make videos about and kind of call out bad actors. But the
Hmm.
whole thing of like saying like in 2015 and 2019 and 20, yeah, I get those examples and they could be correlation to like future behavior if she does it again. Like you guys get like I think Jen did very well where she was like, yeah, you've done this in the past and I think you're going to do it in the future, and she kept it civil. She didn't go for any sort of personal insults. She just, well, yeah, she didn't go for any. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think the person who went for personal insults might have been Mather at one point. Um,
Hmm.
but I think she was just basically saying, like, I have clips upon clips of your bad behavior, and I'm going to show it. And I think that's perfectly fine. I think, I mean, like, I think that's an open discussion. That's a debate on people, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just don't agree with the whole yelling and screaming and personal insults because I mean like I've evolved as a person. I used to kind of do like the personal insults, but I realized listening to people in the chat, I said to myself, yeah, I'm not showing my face and maybe I should um avoid doing that because it's not fair. Maybe if I showed my face on the camera I would probably do it a little bit more because then they can make fun of me and it would be a fair fight. You know what I mean? But how could they make fun of a tomato? So you know I don't think people
Well,
understand
I
what
mean,
Queen's
I
channel is.
feel like
Yeah, you go.
yeah, right. I have my own thoughts when it comes to people's choices. Like, I might not agree with them, but it doesn't make you less of a human being to me and someone that deserves that respect. And last night
Yeah,
was just way out of control. The things said,
yeah, and
oh my God. And it's almost dangerous too because like Savage is always saying, you've heard her. She's always said, I'm not going to disrespect Queen's panel like that. I don't want to do that to her channel. But some of the stuff she said last night could get Queen's channel struck because of,
yeah. I mean, like,
you
I
know,
think, and I think that's not good. I mean, like, listen, I mean, there's plenty of things to criticize Mallory about, And I think I like, like the glare is kind of like, well, I don't like Mallory, and I think this is a whole thing. And I'm sure he's very skeptical for good reason. There's been things in the past this woman has done that you can bring up and be like, hey, this person did this, this, and this. You don't believe Mallory's actually going to change. You just think she's just basically just pretending to jump on this community. If I understand your idea, but you say your opinion. You're very fair about your opinions on that, and you're just kind of like, okay, I just that's my opinion. That's it. You don't go for
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not asking anyone, and that's what people confuse. When you talk to people civilly, they think that you agree with everything they say, and I just don't.
Right. That's the what's that called? Misconception. That's what that is.
Yeah,
It's like
I don't
Queen's
agree.
panel has always been for that, right?
Yeah, you don't think I still believe the whole blackface thing, like at this day, but it's like a dead horse at this point. She explained her position. The only way I would be able to disprove her position would be like, oh, well, now you're going to have to actually do it. It's like, no, it's unreasonable. It's like, okay, that's her thought. She said her excuse. You believe what she said. You can believe it or you cannot, but I can't disprove it. She can't, you know what I mean? And I think it's best to just move on. You can rewatch it and make your own decision based upon what she said. She said she was always called 2% when she was a kid. She says her father was biracial, and I can't disprove that. I'm not going to do any sort of deep dive into Mallory's life. I'm just going to be like, yeah, okay, that's your answers. Well, that's your answers. I can have my opinion, and I think I let other people have their opinions based on it. And most of the people believed her. Like 69% people believed her, or 70% people believed her. And yeah, I mean, like, what am I going to do? And I think it's better to just move on and just like move on to the next thing instead of just bringing up the same thing over and over again. I mean, she answered for the St. Jude's thing, and it is what it is. Like, I don't know why no one just clips it. I don't even know why people were criticizing. They didn't even watch the live. I mean, like, I was kind of shocked that was one thing I was kind of like, Claire, did you watch the live? Because the question you're asking is the exact same question I asked. Like,
Right.
I brought this up. I'm surprised no one actually clipped it and just been like, Mallory, you're full of shit, X, Y, and Z. You're full of shit, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And just made a whole like kind of comparison video on her past behaviors and what she said to basically expose her for that. But I just don't understand why people can't keep it civil and just have a healthy online debate, and they have to go into this whole blood sports craziness because it doesn't work. I mean, last night I could barely understand what Savages was saying because she was just screaming into the mic, and I'm like, I'm trying to listen, and I'm like, what are you saying? And then there's like four people screaming into one mic, and I'm like, what's going on here? This is not right. Like, this is crazy. And it's just like a little bit different, I mean, I never been like in
Okay.
the middle like that. Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm trying to
haven't.
figure out
No,
what
the
is it
community
that's
was
stolen from
no. This
us.
is what it was. The community wasn't ready for all that fucking honesty that came out of my mouth last night. I'm not scared. Okay, listen. Like, I might not like them, okay, but I've coexisted with them for a long time, and I don't like have to fucking like bash them or go at them. But when I see something, like, don't insult my intelligence. You like talked a bunch of shit about everything that we have literally done on our panel. You might
I
not have a
agree.
problem with it. It's kind of like what Laura used to do. Like, oh, all these people doing X, Y, and Z, but I'm not talking about Queen Bee. It's like, okay, stop. I'm not that dumb. Like, and like, yeah, them being drunk might have caused to be a little more hype because they came over super defensive for me, like, for them not sneak dissing. They sure were defensive about it, right?
I
And
agree.
like, them bringing up my son and being transphobic had nothing to do with alcohol because I've seen them do it when they're sober. So it's like, to me, it's just they kind of showed me who they are, like I knew years ago. And it is what it is.
It was Savage like since birth. I missed Savage last night, but from what it sounds like, it was a trash fire. That's why that episode that was deleted because it was really crazy. I mean, at one point you had the glare jump up, and he was very polite. He asked his questions and jumped down. Basically, you had Mallory on. You had Savage screaming at Mallory. You had Jenny Jen, who was very polite. I have to say, she was very polite with her position.
Oh, I love Jenny Jen. I've been knowing her for years.
And
Like,
I think
we got
she's
each other's phone numbers and shit. Like, yeah.
yeah, and I think she's like a perfect example of someone who is very critical of Mallory and says, "Listen, I'm gonna expose you for your shitty behavior, and I'm gonna show it to you on a clip. I got tons of votes on you." And
Shit, I used to fuck with Vinny hard, but last night it's just like, whatever, dude. You're gonna come at me like that, whatever. Like,
yeah,
people used to like go at him in my chat, and I'd be like, you know what? That fool helped me big time with this situation with my son, and I will never. And no, even if he's doing something bad, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I felt like I was in debt to him forever.
yeah, and I think also who is that gentleman with the ball? I know. I think it's a gentleman with the glasses, bald. I didn't think he went. I
Yeah,
don't think
that's him.
Vinny, yeah.
that's Vinny. All right, okay. I usually just
And
see
he
the
went
roach.
live and talk shit about me later too, and it's just like, whatever, Vanny, come on, like,
Yeah, you know what? And this is the thing I have an issue with. It's like if our goal is to basically call out bad behavior from people who are in the true crime sphere, why are you kind of going after nonsense and Rock a Lot and all these people for basically reporting on doing the exact kind of the same thing we do and the same thing they do, which is basically watch videos, react to those videos, and then have an opinion about it. And it's like, well, I mean, like, I get that, Rock a Lot talks a lot about Molly, but I watched his videos and he's like, listen, you make your own decision about Mallory. I made mine, and Nonsense I don't even think Nonsense even likes Mallory, I've heard. You know what I mean? And made it like, and it's like, why do that? Like, that's just so unproductive. It's really goes against the whole thing.
let me say something real quick. Electro, that's exactly like what I've been doing though, because it for the greater good. Like, why would I? You know what I mean? Not even just for the greater good, but also that I don't really care. It's I can go my way, they can go their way. We were never friends. It you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. But if I see that, I feel like they're taking like personal shots at the panel I frequent every day and my best friend, then I'm not going to just shut up about it.
What happened was, Donna, is that basically after that Cappy jump, we did like a hive. We went on the hive and we basically did a live. And it was supposed to be I think it was just supposed to be talk about Molly going on that other panel, that other live, and basically giving money to that person. Maybe we talked about today, who knows, about the Queens Later live. And then basically Cappy comes up. She was like, listen, I don't like us kind of being like we weren't mentioned, but she felt that she saw how Nonsense was mentioned.
Sneak dissing.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It too, yeah.
Now, I didn't watch the live, to be honest with you, because at the time I was actually on Deets talking to people. I was actually literally, I did not see Savage's live because I was on Deets and I was talking to the Glare, and it was actually kind of the same subject and more articulate, let's just say that much, than what you heard than that was on there, and in many respects. And I didn't see the live, so I jumped on the hive, and Cappy saying what she said. I'm not going to speak for you. I can't remember. It was 10 o'clock at night or some shit, so I don't really remember. But basically, you bring up this thing, and it just de-escalated from there. Like at one point, Savage comes up.
No, escalated.
It just escalate, not de-escalate, escalated from there, and it was just. And honestly, I was like, man, I was about to jump off the panel because I could not. I mean, if I had I wish I had the power. I'm getting out of here. I was like that. I was like, what's the point of this? Like, we're just gonna scream at each other. Like, what's the point? What are you guys doing? And everyone's screaming at each other. And at one point, a comment was said, I think basically referring to the dead name of Mallory by Savage. And it just de-escalated from Mallory Williams saying, don't use my dead name or whatever, or transphobic, to Savage screaming into her mic with three other people into the mic screaming. And I'm sitting here in the middle like, how the fuck am I wish I had the power to mute, to be honest with you. Because I would have muted them both. I'd have been like, mute, guys, you can't do that. But it was just de-escalated, and it was not productive, and I felt like it hurt a lot of people because now people are gonna have to split between, do you like Savage and what they're saying? And it's like, I wish Savage just says, yeah, I don't like Mallory and this is why, and you can do you, but attacking, what I mean, that's just my thing. I'm sorry I'm talking too much. I
I mean, that didn't just happen last night though. She's done that, like she does that all the time with Mallory. She calls her Mannery. She talks
Oh.
about her genitalia. It's all the time. So it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I'm saying-
I'm pretty sure
Well,
people are already aware that, you know. It
here's
just
the
got
thing.
it was just like it was just
well,
kind
if
of
you
dead naming her, and like it was more hype last night, I guess, because of the alcohol. Like
to
more
Lex says the panel would have been better without you. Well, if you want a trash fire, yes, definitely would have been better without me, because I was not calling people's names. I was just trying
Lex
to
is a hater.
Yeah,
You're good.
I don't mind haters. Haters are fine. Hate it fuels me. But I just like, I don't understand this. Is like I mean,
My whole thing is, if we're supposed to all be this one cohesive unit, yeah, you got some that attack in different ways than us, but say us, nonsense, uni, I mean, all of us, Savage, the ship, we're all in this together. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out what was expected. Like, do they expect that we're going to handle things the same exact way they would? Because that's
well,
never been
I
handled
mean,
by
like, I
us.
mean,
So why are they thinking that we should be okay? For instance, they want to keep talking shit about House of Williams. I don't want to talk shit about House of Williams anymore until she does some more fucked up shit. If
that's
she
what
yeah.
I'm
plays
saying.
slow and chilling, I ain't fucking with it.
I mean, like, when am I going to talk about it? I've already mentioned, we already mentioned ad nauseum about like Saint. I confronted her about it. We mentioned all the stuff, and like, what usually we wait until someone does something new fucked up. It's like that's how it goes, guys. That's how it usually goes. You notice we don't mention Dolly. Why? Because he hasn't done anything stupid that we couldn't notice yet. Once we notice something stupid, we call it out. We didn't hear anyone, with misinformation yet, or big enough that we could be able to hear from someone. It's like, it's you got to kind of like you got to kind of move on a little bit. Like, okay, she's a bad person. You can tell your audience, like, listen, don't believe what she's saying. I think she's doing this lip
Absolutely.
grab. But you know what I mean? Like, what am I going to report on Mallory? Oh, she's talking shit about Molly, and she's making valid points about how Molly's a poor person who is who's transphobic, trans bashing people. Like, that's pretty much it. I mean, right now, I think she's kind of. I think I saw Mallory actually poking the bear a bit with her live, but
And listen, follow the grain. That's exactly what I was saying too. It's like I can predict that she'll probably piss us off again because she pushes the limit. Her line is way more far out than ours. We're not in DMs and making friends. She might be in chats and making small talk, but is it really that fucking deep? Like,
Yeah.
I just like she's not fucking up. So it's like Queen always has an open panel. I don't know. It's just
I mean, I think people just want you to pick sides. Like, for instance, I saw a situation with Circle Jerks versus Purple Phoenix, right? And they're kind of like at each other's throat for some reason. I don't know. I didn't really pay
Right.
attention. So, am I supposed to like pick a side, like, and be like, oh, well, I'm with Circle Jerks, I'm with Purple Phoenix, or can I just be like, well, they have their thing. It's really just more of a drama thing between themselves, and just like move on. And they could do anything. They could talk as much on the chat. The panel is open discussions, guys. That's basically it. I mean, it's nothing else. It's like, it's not like, and also if we handled it the way that Savage is what they would want to, it'd be like, okay, Mally would come up, we would scream at her for about as long as she would stay on. We would look terrible. We would look like deranged, crazed people screaming at a trans woman. And then she would drop down and she would make her live basically the same way she's making a live about Savage now. And
that's just gonna cause more trouble.
And it makes you, and then whenever someone actually turns into that live and looks at it, it says, who the fuck are these crazy people? And it's like, what the, and even if you had legitimate concerns, because I think Savage has legitimate, like, she doesn't like the St. Jude's thing, all the things in the past. It's a bad way to present an argument to new people that you might want to convince to not be subscribed to Mallory, because that's the whole point. If your whole point is to basically convince the masses, don't subscribe to Mallory, you're presenting a case of, well, this is how we interact with the other side.
Let me say something before I jump off. I gotta say like one little thing.
Go for it.
Like regarding my son and the shit they brought up, it's like every time I have a disagreement, Pirate screams from the rooftops that like, I backed you up when your son fucking drug you all over the internet and blah blah blah. Okay, so listen, if I wish you wouldn't have backed me up, because when the shit would happen with my son, my enemies supported me. It was fucking really nice. But I don't ever support something and then use it to throw in someone's face in an argument. Kind of like when the shit happened with her family, I supported her and she's not my friend. People had her mother on panels and it was horrible. And I would never use that in an argument. Like that would never be my go-to, because I supported it because what's right is right, and that should be the reason why you supported me in that moment.
Right.
Not to use it for fucking insurance or ammo to
Later,
throw to my
yeah.
face. You know, that kind of like also shows me like, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, never mind. You
I
know,
need to address this comment. Sounds like you're excusing Savage's behavior because she was drunk. Am I hearing this right? No, that is not what anybody did. And then Lex, you said no disrespect. I don't understand how you can respect the glare and also respect a fence sitter. Truly confused. Who is the fence sitter?
The Glare is not a fence sitter. He pointed out his positions. He does not care about Mallory. I've actually talked to him.
Queen's going live in 30 minutes, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
But anyway, we'll continue talking. Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else you want to say, Cappy? I mean, I don't know why I didn't hear. I mean, like, I feel like I don't even want to watch the live from Savage because I feel like I don't want to really. But yeah, I saw.
You don't want to hate her that much, huh?
You know what I mean? I mean, like, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it's just so like, why does it have to be like fighting between them? Can't we all just get into the same boat and just focus on trying to protect families from these fucking horrible people? Why must there be some sort of infighting because people disagree in which how we do our own thing? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. I think it's just unproductive. I think it just really hurts the cause of it. You know?
Listen, I came in pretty hot, but I wasn't taking fucking personal shots at them. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was fucking irritated with the situation.
Yeah.
But and to say that I need to let it go, I'm not holding on to anything. I coexist with them all the fucking time. You don't see me on my channel making videos about them or live streams about them. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I felt like, I mean, like, don't insult my intelligence. Like, don't fucking come on. You weren't fucking talking to. Come on. You were talking about, okay, maybe you didn't mean to. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't mean to talk about literally every single thing that Queen has done in the last week. Maybe they didn't mean to talk shit about that. And especially since Queen was the first one to have Mallory on, I really felt like it just made sense that they were talking about.
And do you know what? I mean, like, a lot of people want to throw shade on that particular situation, but I'm like, where's your shade when we invited Ryan Upchurch up? Where's your shade on when we invited Tyler Feller up? Where's your shade when we allowed Zav Girl up to basically kind of be like address the lie that was posed to her? Where's the shade when we allowed Salty Pancakes up multiple times? Where's your shade? Like, you know, I mean, I think it's like it's just an open panel with the discussion, and people are allowed to jump up and discuss. And I feel like we've given a lot of ammunition to those that might not like Mallory and say, well, this person's about money, and you could use that. And I don't understand. Like, I think we were pretty fair with our questions. I think we allowed the audience to ask questions of this person, and I think we made it into an actual civil conversation instead of us like, you're a piece of shit, get the fuck off my panel type of deal.
Right,
you know?
but that's what's expected of us. That's what I meant earlier. You know, I'm not good at putting words out, but that's what was expected, for us to just be like, fuck you, you nasty piece of shit. Absolutely never come on this panel again. And that's just not how we handle things.
Well, and I wasn't, by the way, the only one who thought that was going on over there.
No,
like,
I did. I did too.
And like other people reaching out to Queen, like it was, and there was people in the chat like, oh my God, did you see that? Yeah, like it was pretty obvious. I wasn't the only one. That's okay. Like I'll take the fucking heat for being the only one telling me how I should have handled it, and bitch, you better watch your step. Like, what the fuck, really? Like, that just looks ridiculous. Like, calm down.
Yeah, I mean, I also think like I like Uni. I've talked to Uni Rock. I talk to Nonsense. They seem general people that are trying to like address the misinformation that was the Dre McRae situation, and also they've really gotten hurt. I don't understand why Shannon. I mishear? Shannon says you shouldn't cover a case if you're worried about CPS or something, or did I mishear that on the live? I thought I heard that one. I don't hear it. You're crackling up, Johnson.
I don't know, Lex Lux. Your comment is confusing me.
Yeah, a little confused. I don't know what you're talking about, Lex.
It sounded like you didn't like the glare at first, and then maybe you meant to say something else in the first one.
He's an advocate whose genuine empathy, logic, and more. His humor is sprinkled to help normal people digest the yuck.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. What were you gonna say?
I don't fucking.
Yeah, I don't know who you're referring to as the fence sitter. I'm not the fence sitter. If you watch the lives I've been on, I'm definitely not the fence sitter. I was actually talking to. We can't hear you. I was actually talking to the glare, and he was like, "Wow, you really want to delete all these channels? You're kind of into cancel culture." I'm like, "Yeah, and right is right, is wrong is wrong."
He said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I really do want to delete them. I would love. And then he says, "Would you delete Mallory's?" I was like, kind of thinking that. I was like, "Would I?" And I was like looking through the terms of service. I said, "Definitely would be a strike, a flag I would give." I'm not sure if and definitely going in there would definitely be would it be constitute to delete the channel? And I was kind of debating that. That was the one thing I was like, maybe the glare has a point there. I'm like, would I delete Mallory's channel? I don't know. To be honest with you, it's 50-50 on me on that one.
I feel like I'm the only one on panel that would usually maybe drag the glare, but the glare hasn't done anything in forever.
Yeah, I haven't talked shit about the glare. I actually had a pleasant conversation with them this fucking yesterday. Like, how did you think that conversation went? You were watching.
No, that went really well. I liked it when he came in and he was like, "So why did you do this, Mallory?" And like she wasn't answering. I'm like, "It's for clicks and views." And he's like, "Is that correct, Mallory?" And she's like, "Yeah." Like,
no further questions. Walks off. He's like,
that was so funny, dude.
It's just like reminds me when I actually did a mock trial of we just did a mock trial of a murder case and we just made up stuff. And I got exactly what I wanted, but I just kept on going. You don't have to keep on going with the fake lawyer thing. You already got your answer. You should probably just stop asking questions.
You're like, nope.
You got your answer. She's doing it for the money and clicks, guys. Okay, now I can make my video.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people want to say that she's being such a liar and so manipulative, but she's really I think that the truth is a lot to take in because these things are really crazy, right?
And it's not like I'm saying, "Hey guys, Mallory is the greatest person in the world. You should subscribe and become a member." It's like, no,
that's not even close to what's happening.
I don't fuck with her.
And then I had Good Nunya come up, and I was looking at her. And she's got 100,000 views and subs, and I felt like she was insinuating because the Mallory was on the panel somehow that gave her subs and stuff like that. I'm like, no, because it's a shit show. She's fighting with Molly Golightly. Everyone is watching her right now, and her replies to Molly Golightly because that's how it is. You don't think a bunch of clip channels are watching or a bunch of people are watching this shit show? You don't think that? And even Mallory admitted, she's like, yeah, when this dries down, probably a bunch of people are going to leave. Maybe some will stay. Who knows? Maybe they'll like the shit show.
And she admits, I'm going other places that, I'm here to get clicks and views on my channel. There's nothing, you can't say that she's not honest about why she's here and what she does. So
I mean, I know the honest grifter type of deal is kind of shocking for people because usually they lie. Like Molly was like, "I care about St. Jude's, guys." I mean, I think that's what shocks people. She's just absolutely honest. She's like, "Yeah, I'm interested in views and clicks. I don't know. I'm not really sorry about this. I'm going to remove the Candace milk thing unless I'm not going to move it unless the family tells me." And calls me up. By the way, does anyone have contact with Candace? Maybe they can ask her to remove it. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to jump off, y'all.
With the Wells, not Candace. With Wells, you can tell them. But you can ask the Wells if they can remove the milk count.
All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
I don't know.
Oh, you said you love me. You didn't hate me. Yay!
No, I despise you, especially after last night and the crazy shit you put me through. Fucking Kathy.
No,
I
you
come
said
up.
it. I heard it. You just
I
fucking
can't.
said we're breaking you down little by little.
That's fucking right. We are.
Like that nightmare night you gave me. Like I had to go to bed at 1:30 at night because you people drove me
I know.
nuts.
I had a drama hangover this morning. It's terrible.
And I woke up. I had to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" That like,
I need a Red Bull. God damn it!
Well, I have my coffee. I'm drinking my coffee, but
I was out of my Red Bull this morning. I'm so pissed. I go to the store. So,
but there was good news. I mean, like at least that missing kid was found. So that was
all right.
good.
Yeah, that's true. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. So I don't know. The whole night was fucking bonkers, man. The whole night was bonkers.
I know.
You know,
it was insane.
Yeah, and I just feel like I wish people just I mean, I feel like it's so tough to just have a conversation with people because you get criticized for it. It's like, I don't know. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words because it's like, what else can you say? It just went so haywire. It went so off track. It put like a little gap in our community that
we're
working towards.
And I feel like Savage has the same goals in mind, which is basically you want these people out of the true crime sphere. They're just pieces of shit and they're garbage human beings and they dox people and they fuck with people's real life and we want them out of YouTube. I feel like that's the goal, and I feel like the infighting doesn't help, man. It doesn't help at all. I mean, I was kind of like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would have been a better situation. Like, I mean, like Queen, has her personal dislike of the glare, but you don't see us talking shit about him. You even saw me talking to him, talking to him nice. It's like, I mean, like, can we all just kind of be adults and just focus on the mission, at hand?
Like that conversation we had on Deets, I actually thoroughly enjoyed that conversation. It was a conversation that needed to be had.
Yeah. What did you think? What was the one thing? I can't believe all of you agreed to just allow to let the guy steal from the company, but me, and not report him. Again. That was funny. That was a funny case. And I was like, I thought immediately the Claire would say, yeah, I would report him. But he's like, no, I won't report that guy.
No, I wouldn't either. I
was like, what? And I felt like Randall from Recess, just like the guy is going to report every fucking one. I was like, and then he's like, do you flag? Do you flag? I'm like, do you flag these videos? And he's like, no, I don't. I just make videos. I'm like, wait, I flag. Like, if someone's like actually doxing someone, I will flag you. I will 100% do that because I feel like that's a dangerous thing and I follow the terms of service. If you're transphobic, I'm going to report. And I was shocked he doesn't report them. I was like, then he says like his explanation was basically like, I don't want to give them ammunition for them to basically say, hey, I reported them so they can make a reply video, which I can understand. I can understand that.
I don't care if they know if I report them or not. I don't know. I just never have been. I don't know. I feel like that's up to other people. That's so bad, but it is. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, what Sassy says, I can't listen to what Savage has to say if she hasn't even respect for someone's gender, and that's what happens.
Welcome to the hippie hut, baby.
No, I feel like that's the problem. Like people, you lose people when you do stuff like that. I mean, it's entertaining as fuck, but the whole idea is to convince these people that these characters are cult members and terrible people, and they're just going to drain you of all your money and your time just so that they can make another buck, and they're going to lead tragedies. And you got to win them with a good argument. Like, I guess put a finger down if you had a baby. I'm not sure what the question you're asking, Lex. That's
I don't know.
I've never seen Lex, and I'm not even sure what the situation is.
Lex is everywhere. She's a Dolly mod, mod. I think maybe Perplexed. I don't fucking know.
Oh, you're a Dolly and a Perplex mod? You're going to be in trouble now.
She's a mod all over the place. I could be wrong. Maybe she's not a mod no more on certain ones.
Dolly has disavowed Molly and thus perplexed, I'm sure of it. So better be careful.
Yeah. I don't know, and I don't even know why anybody's bringing up the glare as if he's been spoken badly
Yeah,
about. I don't
I
even
spoke
understand why y'all are doing that.
I spoke kindly of him. I don't know why people were like saying I'm speaking badly of him. I spoke pretty.
Drama, starting shit.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
yeah, pretty much. I can
But a
let
friend
the
of them, if
glare.
he's heard through the hospital windows, a lady approached their own path. Lex, are you wasted this morning, girl? Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, you are you all right? Because this doesn't make sense. Yeah, I haven't talked one bad thing about the glare. He can listen to this whole live. I don't care. He knows I didn't talk one bad thing about him in this live. So.
Well, no, we haven't. So it's not even worth approaching.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway,
She said, "I wish."
yeah.
We don't understand what you're saying, Lex, but it could be because it's chat and things can be misunderstood in chat.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. The glare has this opinion. He thinks Mallory has planned this kind of out, not the transphobic thing, but the whole buttering up to Molly and eventually like leaving her and
Mhm.
getting her subs and getting her thing, which is, not the worst idea I heard out there. That makes kind of sense. I just think like I just don't think Mallory had an idea that fucking Molly was this crazy. Maybe he even thinks that's the case. Like he knew that she would do that. That the Glare knew that Molly would do that. But yeah, I don't know.
But it
I
just
mean,
goes to show we all think so differently.
and I
It's
can't.
kind of the same
Yeah,
at
and
the
I
same
can't.
time.
And I can't knock him for his theory because it could make sense. Like there's multiple theories out there. Personally,
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't. I mean, that's a good possibility. He's absolutely 100% right. I can't. I can't disprove him.
Mm-mm.
I can only wait for time to tell. Like I said, people like I'm going to wait 6 months to a year, and I'm going to be very, very. I'm very fair to people, even people I don't like.
Yeah.
What did you think of Toothgate? While we're waiting for Queen to go live, what do you
Toothgate.
Toothgate?
What's Toothgate?
Well, basically, basically, Toothgate is basically she might be talking about that, but she basically whistled down, goes into the chat with Perplex and claims that we were like happy, like we were talking about how our teeth went out and we're kind of happy about it. You can watch Heels in the
Nah,
Air,
that didn't happen.
and it's like, and then like Whistle Down's trying to like just tell fucking Perplex all these crazy shit, and
Yeah,
that's
Whistle Down seems like a shit stirrer.
yeah,
Because
absolutely. I mean,
that didn't happen. I heard people say, "Oh no, like I might not like the bitch, but I don't want her hurt and then getting her teeth knocked out, and shit like that." Like what?
yeah, I mean, like, listen, I just have my personal problem with her is I don't like the fact that she's aligning herself with these people for money. And I don't like the lies, and I don't like the past doxing and stuff and the potential future doxing that she might do
But
to people that disagree with me.
it really explains to me because again, at the beginning when I came in, I had things that I knew about Laura, but then I seen her on Queens and the interacting, and I'm like, okay, but she doesn't seem like she. It seemed like she would only come over there to talk shit to the chat, not to actually have any input on any conversation. And I was always like, if she is in with the group, where is her anger at these people? She doesn't have any because it
That's
turns
a
out
good
she's one of
point.
them.
That's a good point. I never thought about that.
She never expressed any anger. If
The only
anything,
time
she said she didn't care about it and she thought it
the
was stupid.
only thing I saw her express anger was when Valoma heard that she was going down to Quentin Simon's house,
Yeah,
and she was fucking furious.
yeah.
And then like Valoma was furious, and she said things that she later apologized Valoma for saying. And very nice lady, by the way, great lady. And then Perplex comes up, starts crying, screaming on the Queen Bee's live, makes a live about her, and it's like, whoa. I mean, like you see the anger, and I get why she was angry, but it's like now thinking back, like yeah, that was the only time I really seen her fucking pissed Besides screaming at the audience, I've seen her pitch screaming at the audience.
Yeah. Laura's teeth. Yeah, I don't know if that actually really happened. Did it actually really happen?
I think I know. I think that was years ago, and I don't know. I think like Whistle Down is confused, like basically just a shit sure. But I think like Queen's gonna talk about that. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's not talk about it then. Because, there's no point. But we got 10 minutes before Queen goes live. So go get your snacks, get your drinks, get everything prepared.
Where are you going?
We are going to North Carolina, Cherokee, North Carolina.
Why?
We're going gambling.
Oh yeah, you talked about that yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my best friend's birthday, and she wanted to go gambling, so that's what we doing.
Oh, okay. Why don't you just like go to the cartel down the block and get a game going?
That's Tony's friend. That's my hubby's friend, that cartel man.
Yeah, like you get a game going, they can get like the cards going and the money going. I don't know
No.
what's going on. Like, why do you have to travel? You can literally go down the block.
Absolutely not.
All right. What happens if you become a millionaire? Are you gonna come back?
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's an absolute lie.
I'm not going to become a millionaire. I'm just going to play the slots. I don't know nothing about gambling.
Watch you become a millionaire in slots, and you just like you come back.
Shit, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
You get with
I'm
like
get
fucking,
my bucket of quarters and get to it.
You got to bring back like your Chanel, like a Chanel bag for your dog's poop when you go out. That's how rich you'll become.
Yeah, I'll be mooly rich.
You'll be mooly rich. Like he'll just have a Chanel bag for the poop when he goes out.
Mm.
You'll have like Chanel clothes for the dog, and you'll just dress up like a regular person, but your dog will be blinging with like chains and stuff.
Nope. I've never went gambling before, so I don't even know what I'm walking into.
I actually bought Shiba Inu coins, actually, not Dogecoin. I only gambled. That was gambling, yeah. I lost money on that one, but you know, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's the stock stuff.
No, that's the crypto coin.
Oh, the crypto. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I only spent like $1,000 on it. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but you gained money from something, didn't you? What did you gain from? Wasn't it Elon's first little?
I actually made more money on the stock market than the crypto market, to be honest with you, and especially now with the crypto. A lot of the coins are still holding.
The stock market's gambling.
It could be considered. It's more like I would consider it more. I mean, like basically, you kind of make educated guesses, basically.
Calculated gambling.
Gambling.
Yeah, but it's like more like educated guessing. You're kind of like, okay, you look at the past and you kind of guess. But I mean, the truth of the matter is that gambling implies like there's some sort of chance. Most of the stock market is run by, like I would say 90% of the stock market is run by a couple of trading firms. So basically, if you're like actually a solo trader, you're really just kind of like the barnacles on a whale. You're just hoping to attach yourself to the right whale that's going to move the market, because there's no way there's no way you're going to move the market. Like it's just like so rare that you get a GameStop situation. But the only reason why that whole GameStop situation happened was because the other big brokerage firms saw blood in the water and they just also jumped on. So a lot of people jumped. It wasn't just a couple.
That GameStop. That's the only reason it boomed the way it did. So many people got in on it at the same time.
No, but also a lot. If you look at a lot of, because I hear what you're saying, a lot of brokerage firms actually jumped on too.
Yeah,
a lot of them, because you could see the papers. Because I was actually, I jumped on the bandwagon.
Dead fish before that happened.
Yeah, I didn't do this GameStop. I did the AMC one. That was what I did, but I didn't put too much into it. I didn't make too much out of it. I did some options with it. I made some money. It was pretty much. I lost some money, made some money. I made more money than I lost, and then basically walked away. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I think like AMC was like one of those things. Like I remember I was like kicking myself when I sold. I bought it for like $9 and I sold it for like $30, and I was kicking myself when I was like, "Damn, I should have waited." But it is what it is.
That's how it always goes. Should have waited.
Yeah, I should have waited, but I was like, man.
Sold sooner.
Oh yeah, it's true. I could have sold sooner and made less money. But then I did options trading as well on it, like every day, and I was making like a few $100s a day from it just for fun, and it was kind of fun. And then one day I lost money, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." But then I was like, that was pretty much it.
My brain doesn't work like this. Like, this is a whole nother, like, my brain does not understand anything y'all are saying.
Oh,
Basically, all you do is follow the trend. That's all you got to do.
yeah. I mean, like the whole idea of the stock market is to basically hope to be ahead of the trend, or at least right when the trend is about to start off. And it's like the greater fool theory. Like it's like I would say a better example of the stock market would be like duck, duck, goose, and you don't want to be the goose.
You want to be the duck right before the goose.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get your chair. You want to get your money, sell your positions, and leave. And that even goes for long-term positions as well. Sir, that's most stocks. Other stocks, like let's say dividends, you're kind of like just you get paid for holding it, and that's why they don't go up. They don't speculate too much. But yeah, I know it's a little boring. I know stock market's boring. I found it exciting when I was putting my money on the line when I was doing it. It was actually kind of like fucking, watching like the ticker go up. Insane levels. You're like, holy shit, and it was kind of fun. Now I'm kind of just waiting. I'm probably going to buy in the next, like probably 6 months. I'll start buying again because the market's, I think I don't think the bottom has hit the market in a lot of places.
No, we'll bottom out a lot harder than we have so far.
Yeah. So I'm basically just waiting, and I'm just going to save up money and just wait until it bottoms out. And I'm just going to buy into stocks I know will rise.
Right.
That's rich as fuck.
I'm not rich. No, I am not rich as fuck. I am just middle class, just a middle class guy who just likes to dabble once in a while. And also, like the thing is I work freelance. So I basically, my retirement is based upon my investments. So that's how I think that's usually and I don't like just having my retirement controlled by like a hedge fund manager or some idiot who might like steal all my money. You know what I mean? I'd rather have control over my money than that.
There's no point in paying somebody to do something you can do yourself.
Yeah, and that's why I'm very proactive in my stocks.
Makes sense.
I have stock.
Y'all are lame.
Yeah. I have stock, but never look at it. Well, an index fund, I would say you're very secure in your index fund. Warren Buffett made a bet one time with the top hedge fund manager. And he says that he made, I forgot the amount of the bet, but he said like an index fund would beat the greatest, hedge fund manager in the next 10 years or something, or 20 years. And right. He was absolutely right. Index funds basically is like putting $1 in the top 500 companies. And that's basically what an index fund is. And
follow where Nancy Pelosi puts her money at.
Well, I mean, I'm not married to her, so I can't do that.
She's a smart lady, but when it comes to that, ain't she?
But yeah. You put $1, and then basically the index funds have for the past 20 years have risen, even with down markets, 9%. So they beat the market. I think anything over 8% or 6%, I'm not sure. I got to look up. Is beating the market, like actually beating because inflation, the official inflation numbers, they say 2%, 3%. Actual inflation numbers is about 6% per year usually. So it's your whole idea is to beat inflation and to make money on your money. If you actually put your money in a bank, you're actually losing 6% per year. So that's why you have to invest your money into something, because if you just have your money in your bank and you're just doing savings, you're losing about 6% of buying power of your money over the years.
Yeah, because the dollar just degrades in value every year.
Yeah, and that's basically why I tell everyone if you don't want to like stock pick, put your money into an index fund. And I don't like gold. I think gold is like stuff that's really overvalued. I think silver is going to probably be like the thing that's going to be more important, because silver can be used for a lot of utilities and stuff like that. And I think it's actually a lot rarer than people know. The only reason why silver markets are down is because fucking Chase Morgan Bank has shorts. Like they have like a lot of short contracts pushing the price artificially down, and they were getting into trouble because they had no gold, they had no silver reserves. They were just shorting. They were just shorting it, and they had no silver to back up if the price suddenly raised to pay back. So now they're starting. Now that after a couple of years, they've been like the largest buyers slowly but surely of silver, and they're holding like the largest portion in their portfolio of silver than anyone right now. What?
That's the smart thing to do. You can't lose money if it's not paper.
Yeah, silver's kind of like my apocalypse plan. Definitely my apocalypse. That and get
Storing
Silver coins
silver
everywhere.
coins, yeah.
That's right.
yeah, I like the free 1964 coins. You go down, like I think like 1960s is like minor cents, and you get 90%. Pete, some serious question. Want to take my retirement out and move it somewhere else? Ideas? I would not take your retirement out right now.
You'll lose your ass when you take your retirement out.
Because you have to pay taxes on that, and also you're taking it out the worst time in the market. Because I think like right now the market will rise. I think probably in next year or two it'll probably start rising again.
2024.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes the president will be like,
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah, I know what he's talking about. He
Beats
thinks
him knows what I'm talking about.
yeah, he's saying he thinks Trump's going to win the election. That's what he's
I don't
saying.
think Trump's going to win the election. I think somebody other than Biden's going to win the election.
Well, I think old age is going to win the election against Biden.
Let's fucking hope so.
The Grim Reaper. I think that's his biggest competitor in this next
God.
2024.
I don't wish death on anybody, but damn, that man needs to fall
I'm not
down
wishing
twice
death
there.
on him. I think that guy's like 90 years old, and I don't think it's a good idea.
Mentally, he's 150.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Should I get an annuity? I'm not giving anyone financial advice. Sorry, I am not getting in trouble because there's a guy who's giving financial advice on YouTube, and he's being sued for $1 billion, and I don't want to be sued. So do your own research. There's a lot of free information. Don't buy courses.
It's all opinion based.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say opinion, but this is what I do. But I would say I would say basically watch a lot of videos and make your own decisions on what you want to do. But one piece of advice, there's no quick way to make money. It's
Sell drugs. You can sell drugs. It's a quick way to make a lot of money. You're going to go to jail. Yeah, you're going to go to jail, but you make a lot of money, I promise.
You make a lot of money.
Y'all are terrible. All right, we got to cut this because Queen's going live.
Are you sure about that? Okay. All right. You enjoy your gambling.
Enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, I know. We were just randomly talking, and I have nothing against Biden. I just think like if you're the president of the United States and you got to wake up 3 a.m. and it's such a high function job. Like you look at Obama, his hair became white. Like he opened the Ark of the Covenant and he saw what was inside.
He's 30 years in those 4.
Yeah, it is such a tough. Yeah, being the president is the toughest job. Is really
Absolutely.
You have to be either an egomaniac or crazy to be the president.
Even when you're not responsible, everybody still holds you responsible, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. But yeah, I would say research yourself all financial stuff, and there's a lot of
legal stuff too. Don't sell drugs if you don't want to.
Don't sell drugs. Rural reports to Jones's father.
Oh, is he on here?
No, but I'll just report y'all. Anyone that's breaking the law, I'm reporting to Jones's father. I'm the Randall of recess around here. I report everyone criminal activities here. Especially Jones's gambling. I'm going to make sure that she's going to a state that's legal and not like some sort of back alley gambling arena or whatever. But yeah, I mean, like I say, like don't buy courses. Courses are a waste of fucking money. You can get all your financial information for free on YouTube.
Except for Andrew Tate's course, go buy that. Top G shit.
No. Actually, people have followed his course, and every single one has lost money. There's not one person that's made money from his courses. So,
yeah, no, I believe it. I just talk shit. It's fun.
Yeah. Interesting chat, guys. Glad I could pop up. All right, you guys have a good one. Well, I'll talk to you later, Jones, and maybe I'll probably have a fist fight. I'll have a fist fight with someone. Beats him. I'm not too smart. I know you're smart, Nancy. I think this is just basically just do a little research, but be careful because there's a lot of people that just want to steal your money and tell you there's a quick way to make money. There is no quick way to make money. It's like the long run, honestly. Also diversify. Have your money in multiple portfolios. I'm probably going to buy another house in the next 2 years, 3 years. Get another one.
Yeah, that's going to be your third house?
Second.
No,
I have 2. I have one house in Florida, and I'm going to get another house in Florida. That's going to be a rental.
Yeah, but I
rent because I only pay like $1,125 a month for a 2-bedroom in Brooklyn.
Okay, so you rent where you're at?
Yeah. Because I pay $1,125. It's cheaper than actual taxes in New York City per year.
So high, $1,125.
That's not high for Brooklyn. That is not high. That's cheap. That's dirt cheap. You asking for a 2-bedroom? Like the going price for a rental in Brooklyn probably for a 2-bedroom is $1,800 to $2,000. So that's
It's
the going
like
price.
600 here.
Yeah,
Buy a 5-bedroom house down there.
yeah, and that's why. And the problem is real estate, like the taxes in New York, is really expensive. So
Yeah.
actually, renting is actually cheaper than actual like buying a house and paying, homeowners insurance, rent, taxes on it, and also maintenance of the property. Even though you can write off maintenance for like the price drops every 20 years, you can actually write that off a percentage from your real estate. But like I just find it cheaper, and I would not want a property in New York. New York is like the dumbest way you can run a state is in New York State. It's like they're idiots. They're complete fucking morons. I'd rather go to Florida and have a bunch of rental properties.
I was about to say, okay, so you rent in Florida, but you own a home in Florida, and you're saying you're thinking about buying another one to rent out. That's what my in-laws do.
Except for their condos.
Yeah, they're condos. They're not like houses. They're condos.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably buy one close to the first house, so it's easy. And then my whole plan is to maybe buy a couple more, and then maybe like let's say get like a managing company that just basically maintains the insurance and everything like that. If I get a couple, and just sit back and just kind of collect the profits off of it.
Yeah, that's kind of how his parents do. Yeah,
that's why that idea. And I would probably be fair to people. I probably would make it like a very like affordable price. I'm not going to be like gouging people and shit like that. I just don't. Yeah, but I think rentals are good way to just do a nice retirement type of deal, because I think the best way to do houses is actually rentals if you get the right tenants in.
Yeah, because that's what they're doing.
Anyway, you have a good one.
Okay, I'll see you over on Queens. Thank you for coming up.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. See you on the flip side. I might go live later when we're gambling. We're going to be drinking and gambling. We're going to be having a good time. So I might go live and bring y'all with us. Okay, love ya. Bye.